Art Travelers, I'm Miss Fleet and thank you for visiting Art Island. I'm so excited to be able to share with you another art project that you can make right in your own home. Today's focus is I'm going to show you how to make your own Jungle Boogie Bug. Whatever items we use today, you need to make sure you have parent or guardian permission to use them. All right, I'm going to show you guys what we're going to use to make this project. You're going to need something to draw with. So for me, I'm choosing to use a black Sharpie marker because I know I can really see those nice bold lines. You're going to need a pair of scissors because you need to cut out the parts of our bug today. We're going to need a glue stick to actually glue our whole bug together. I have over here some markers, but you can use any type of coloring material you want. So if you don't have markers, you could use colored pencils or even crayons. And to build our project, you're going to need some printer paper. If you don't have printer paper, maybe you could use a piece of cardboard. To make our bug today, you actually have a lot of different options. For me, I'm going to choose to use a magazine. Maybe what you want to use instead, if you don't have a magazine at home, you could even use a newspaper to cut things out. One of my favorite ways to do this project, and I know not a lot of people have this at home, but scrapbook paper is actually really fun to make your bugs at home. And you guys can see there are a lot of really fun patterns just right in this book. So we're going to get started right after this commercial break.
In Hawaii, our children grow up with the sugar cane. C&H. Pure cane sugar.
Pure cane sugar.
From Hawaii.
From Hawaii.
Growing in the sun.
Growing in the sun.
Island sugar. Growing pure, fresh and clean. C&H. Pure cane sugar is the one.
Welcome back, Art Travelers. Let's get started. We need to get the parts of our bug made. So I'm going to flip through my magazine here, and what I'm actually taking a look for is pages that have bright colors, pages where I see nice patterns. So this one actually has two really good ones. And really just take your time figuring out what kind of things stand out to you. So I'm actually going to go back to this page here. I'm going to take my drawing tool, so for me that's my Sharpie, put that cap on the end so I don't lose it, and we're going to start off with the bug's head. Now you can make your shapes a little bit different than mine. I'm going to start off with a simple circle for the head, and I'm going to cut that guy out. All right, so I have my first part, the head, cut out. The second part of our bug is going to be the thorax, or the middle part of our bug. So I'm actually using my first thing I cut out to kind of be my measuring tool, so I know what size to make it. It's going to be kind of like making a snowman in the beginning, because you want each of your parts to get a little bit bigger each time. So having this here helps me figure out how big to actually make it. If you see here, I didn't make a circle this time. I made this more of an oval. And I'm going to cut that out. All right, so I have my head, my thorax, and the last part we're going to need is the biggest part, the abdomen. So I'm taking my thorax here just because I know I need my abdomen to be a bit bigger on my bug. And I'm going to go over and around, kind of like a big letter U. I'll finish that off at the top there. That way it's a completed shape. Oh, now it's kind of like an egg. And we're going to cut that out. All right, so the next thing we're going to make is the wings, if you want your bug to have wings. To make my wings, I'm going to take my line that goes down and kind of over slightly. I'm going to take my next line that goes out. So this part kind of looks like a letter V. I'll take my line that goes up once again. Now it's looking like a tie. And I'm going to connect it. All right, so you can try to draw the same kind of wing, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out first, and then I'm going to trace what I just did. That way I know it's going to turn out the same exact shape. All right. I'll do that right there. So I'm putting it down, taking my marker one more time, tracing it around. That way it'll be, oops, that's okay, close to the same shape. All right, we have our wings. All right, so go grab your paper or your piece of cardboard, whatever you have at home. And you're also going to need your abdomen that you just cut out. I'm going to flip over my abdomen, take my glue, and add a nice even coat to the back there. Flip it back over. I'm going to press that down. Now you can make your bug anywhere on your page. Maybe you want it to the side, right in the middle. It's up to you. We're going to next take our thorax. Flip it over. A little bit of glue. And I'm going to place it right above the abdomen. Now notice how it's overlapping just a little bit. So I'm covering up that first part. Our head is next. So again, it's kind of like building a little snowman. A little bit of glue, flip it over, press it down. I'm going to take my wings, and you can decide before you glue them down how you want to have them. Maybe your bug is resting and his wings are together. Maybe your bug is about to fly and his wings are farther apart. Whatever kind of bug you want to do. Ooh, I like the pattern on the back of these wings too. I'm going to keep my wings a little bit closer together today. All right, so everything is glued down. I don't need my glue anymore, so I'm going to put the cap back on and put that away. All right, the next thing I'm going to suggest for you to use is to get a black writing tool. So that could be a marker, it could be a crayon, a color pencil might work better as well. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to draw a few bug details on our collage. So I'm going to add our antenna. Maybe give it a little detail at the top there. You can decide how many legs your bug is going to have. Maybe your bug has 4 legs, 2 legs, 16 legs. That'd be crazy. But I do want to make sure that whatever amount of legs I put on this side, it matches on the other. I do want my bug to be symmetrical when it comes to how many legs we're adding. some other details you can add. Maybe your bug has a stinger. Maybe your bug has a little mouth, kind of like an ant. Or eyes. Make those a little bigger. It's up to you. What kind of bug do you want to make? Because if I'm looking at my paper, I have a lot of blank space. There's a few things I could do. One, I could add more bugs to my page, maybe different sizes, maybe crawling around my page in different ways. Or I could add my own details. All right, so I'm going to use my markers here just because I like that bold color. But crayons, color pencils, maybe even watercolor would work for your project. Now because my bug is going to be in the jungle, I'm going to start off by adding a few leaves to my background here. So my leaves are more like a football shape. So take a look at how I make that. I do a curve over, curve out again, and I fill that in. And I'm going to do this a few times. I'm going to get a little bit of a darker green in there too. Let's see some other things that could be in our Jungle Boogie Bug picture. Let's see, I'm going to try to find my brightest colors. Maybe some colors I don't have on my paper yet. I'm going to do a nice bright pink. I'm going to add a few flowers just to get some more details on there. So I'm using the same shape as my leaf. I'm just doing 4 of them together. That's a good way to do a simple flower. Again, maybe you want to do a different kind of design in the background. Maybe your bug is at the beach. See, I think I want to add one more color. And I'm going to do a simple design because not everything has to be found in the jungle. I'm going to do some simple polka dots. Now I could spend all day coming up with different things to add for this project, but I think for now I'm going to be done. Thank you guys again for giving this a try at home. Please make sure that with whatever you guys make, take a picture of it, send it to either me or your teacher. That way we can all see your creativity. Thank you again for visiting Art Island. Aloha, and until we meet again.